guys, TinaGale here, and I'm back today doing another layout. So I have this photo here of my daughter. She's just playing dress up. She loved to play dress up, but she would always go barefoot, and you can even see her dirty tanned little feet here from her sandals. Cut off her little crown, but you get the idea anyways, just full of mischief. So I've matted that on white cardstock, and then I've pulled out my June double shot kit from the ScrapRoom. So this is the bright side from Fancy Pants Designs, and these are the sides that I'm going to use. I love this floral print, and it has the pink, the red, and some blue with touches of yellow. So I thought that was a perfect little offset for this photo, so I've pulled out the pink with the red polka dots, and then this one that has the blue to be the papers that I work with. You'll notice the back sides are green and yellow, which I could pull a little bit of yellow in, and rain boots, but the rain boots really don't have anything to do with what I'm scrapbooking. The green doesn't go with, well, it pulls out that, but it's not complementing my photo. So I don't plan on using the back side of these papers at all. I just plan on using this. I have the embellishments that came in the kit, so it includes puffy stickers and lots of the ephemera pieces, and I've already kind of sorted through those to look to see what I have that would go with my photo. And then I've pulled this sketch. This is from Laura Whitaker, and this was part of the free download that she offered on her blog, so be sure to check that out. I love Laura Whitaker and her sketches. So this is the design that I'm going to go for, and I'm ready to start cutting paper. Oh, one more thing. Just like in my last video, I've been trying to pull out some of my stash to pull in with my kits, to have those go a little bit further, and to not forget stuff that's been in my stash for a while. So you can't really see these, but these are little gold hearts, and they have a gold outline, so I think those will match. This is a blue-green, but I still think that it would go well, and of course I love that photo. I also have this vellum tag with a love, just some die cuts, little arrows out of cork. I have the puffy stickers from Turn the Page, and there's a few little pieces that I think would look cute, the little butterfly and stuff, so I've just pulled those out. I also have these flags, which I think this one would be cute. Of course, I have way too much stuff pulled out, but I have this wood veneer that says Cutie, so definitely think that would be cute. Schmel Glitter Girl, some photo corners that I thought if I used that, this would be fun. And then I have Dear Lizzie puffy stickers. And this one, the main thing that caught my eye was this little house down here. So it has the pink. It's pulling in a little bit of dark blue, but I just think it's kind of cute to go along with the photo. So I may pull some of these in. This one's a little bit newer. But I just have this off to the side to remind me to possibly use some of it. So let's start cutting paper and get this layout together. The sketch showed two larger kind of frames or mats behind the photo, and I decided I wanted to put the blue scalloped paper right behind the photo. Since she's in pink and white, I felt like the blue was a great contrast to really make her come off the page. If I had done it on the pink, I think she would have kind of faded into the paper, but this is a good contrast. And then I debated back and forth between whether matting it onto the pink or doing the floral. I chose the floral because it rests easier on the white cardstock. It brings the color scheme out into the entire design. And I felt like the pink and the blue was just a little bit too stark against each other. And so the pink was a much better choice for some of the contrast and the little bits of embellishing or the little touches of color. So I decided to pull out my small scalloped border punch here, and on the sketch it shows a little scalloped piece off on the right hand side. You can see a little bit of the sketch there. So I just went and punched the whole side and decided I'm going to put just a little bit beside the photo and then a short piece like it shows on the sketch. And to go for the long border strip there that shows on the sketch, I decided the blue was a good choice for that. And so I'll have the blue and the pink over there. It repeats the color scheme. So now I'm just kind of trying to decide how I want to put everything. And for this one, I kind of went back and forth on the sizes of the mats. I do go and trim just a little bit away from the papers because I felt like they were just a bit too big for the photo. You can see here there's quite a bit of a border. So I do trim some of that off. I think I kind of cut it out of the video so you don't have to watch it. But before I glue anything down on this layout, I end up pulling all of these embellishments out and the layers of paper and deciding what my design is going to be, almost the entire design, before I ever glue anything together. I don't always do that. Usually I go ahead and adhering, especially the layers of paper behind a photo or something. But for whatever reason with this one, I just wasn't quite sure where I was going to go with it. I knew the basic design because I had the sketch, and then I was going to stick pretty close to it. But I had the goal of using just as much of the product as I could for embellishment. So I really wanted to play with them and decide what pieces went well and what didn't. So here I am trying to pull in some of my stash here, and there's not a lot that makes it onto the layout because I definitely pulled out a lot. But this house is going to make it on the layout. I think it's perfect. And then there was a couple of little floral pieces that matched that little house from that puffy sticker sheet, and I cut those away too, so they're going to make it onto the layout. And this pink butterfly here, I loved it. I felt like, you know, the puffy stickers and then the ephemera pieces, it was a nice little contrast. I had these paper dolls and I really wanted to use them, but I just felt like it was too much. The design was getting too far out into the page. I wanted to keep it closer and tighter to the right hand side of the page. So those paper dolls are not going to make it, but they would have been adorable with this photo. And this little cloud was a piece from one of the past kits. It's from the Little by Little collection from Chamel. And it does make it. It's a perfect little match with the blue, and it's a good grounding piece for that cluster up there on the top left of the photo. And I do get the corner pieces from the Chamel collection as well. So I was glad to use those up. So now I'm just going to start. I went ahead and adhered those side strips and just going to play. And this black one, I loved the touch of black. This was in the ephemera package. And I'm just tucking it up underneath the pink. But then I decide it's just a little bit too long. So I thought about moving it over to the side of the photo, but I really liked it with that blue and that pink. I felt like it was a good grounding for the embellishments and to carry that kind of color scheme over there. And so I just cut a little bit away, and I'm going to use the little scrap piece off to the left with the photo. I have that same pink scalloped strip beside the photo, and I'm going to use that black. So that's just going to repeat over on the other side of the page and just carry that design across the page. And then here I'm just basically building almost a triangle over here, and so that's where you can see those other pieces. It was just getting too far over into the page, so it was more than what I wanted. But I loved this little teacup. I thought it went well with the photo and the story that I was going to tell. She loved to have tea parties. She still loves to have tea parties. So I definitely wanted to use that on this page to tell a little bit about her, and then just to repeat those florals and bring that design up into the page. And the little circle says happy heart, so I thought that was cute. And the diamond was more or less, of course it goes with the jewels that are on her head that kind of got out of the photo focus there. But it was cute, and it needed that little bit down there in that cluster to finish it off. And then you'll notice I did get the little cork arrows, so that was a final little touch. I put 3 different ones in my clusters, just kind of pointing back to the story and to the photo, and to bring that around and just give another little texture onto the layout. So that was one more thing from my stash that I got to use up, so I was very, very happy. So here's where I kind of cut that mat down, and I'm going to cut that floral down as well, just to bring it in tighter. It was just a little bit too big, but I would rather cut my papers a little big than to have them not big enough. So I kind of struggled here. I'm a very linear scrapbooker, so when I tilt papers and photos and all that, I struggle. And I need that photo, at least, to be straight up and down. And so I don't mind the paper so much, but I did play just a little bit to get that photo straight on the page. So here I'm just tucking in the other clusters. That little wood veneer makes it onto the page, so I'm happy about that because I have lots of little wood veneers that have words and stuff on it, and I seem to have a hard time getting them on pages. So I was happy to get that used up on this page. I struggled a little bit with this top left cluster, trying to get it the right proportions, and this little kite, I thought it was so cute, and I felt like it was good on the page, but then I ended up pulling that cloud over there, and I move it down and I play with it for a while, and in the end I end up taking it off the page. But after looking at it straight on here, editing the video, which happens a lot, I mean, once I get finished with the page and I can look at it straight on from this angle, I start deciding, you know, that didn't look that bad. So I'm thinking I may actually go and put the kite back onto the page. I think it looked well in the end there when I finished fussing with that little cluster. It looks good without it, but I think it works, and I'm not sure where else I'm going to use a kite, and it's really coordinating to this collection, so it's probably going to be harder to use mixed in with other paper, so I think I really want to get it used up. So I think I'm going to go back and put it onto the page. So the little puffy stickers that were in the kit, I used one heart in each one of the little clusters too. And as you can see the kite looks cute up there, but for whatever reason I felt like it was, I don't know, getting too big or too far out over there. And this is where I realized I lost my little black scalloped, but I pull it out and put it on. And that's going to finish this layout. I'm going to grab the gold Heidi Swap Color Shine, sprinkle around. I do my journaling across the tag and that little speech bubble deal that's tucked up underneath the photo, and just tell about her and how she loved to do her little tea parties and dress up, and just document a little bit of what she was like at this age, and how it's kind of funny how much is still carried over, where she loves tea and she loves having tea parties still yet now that she's grown. Love this collection. It was perfect for the photo and the story. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out the kits over at the Scrap Room, and I will see you again really soon with another layout. Have a great day. Bye-bye.